Ralph Peters is here. We are under attack. There's no question about it. Yes. If we want to go after them, take the fight to them, we are the only country in the world that can actually do it. Is that accurate?
No, it's not. Because we don't have the guts to do what it takes. Our enemies will do anything to win. Stuart, the terrorists' greatest advantage is their strength of will, their commitment. These are people who regard death as a promotion. We consult lawyers before we can hit a target. We're worried about world opinion. Well, my God, what will the world court think? What will the Europeans think? What will the media say about us? You can't win like that. I mean, people forget. We've forgotten so quickly. In World War II, we bombed German cities flat, killed hundreds of thousands of civilians, dropped atom bombs on 2 Japanese cities. And guess what? Japanese and Germans are our allies now.
Do you want to do that again? Because that's what would entail. If you wanted to retake Mosul or some of those cities that have been captured with large civilian populations, you're going to kill thousands of innocent civilians. Do you want to do that?
Do I want to? Of course not. I don't want to kill civilians.
Is it the only way to win?
You don't have to flatten Mosul with an atomic bomb. But when you know where the terrorists are, you've got to be willing to bomb neighborhoods. We can be more focused than we were in World War II. We have different tools. But you have to accept the fact there's no clean way to make war. You just can't apologize for what you do. You do the best you can to minimize civilian casualties, but you do what it takes to exterminate terrorists. If you won't use words like exterminate terrorists, you're going to lose, because their strength is of will, even of character in their own perverted way, has allowed them to spread around the globe. We're focused on taking back 1 or 2 towns in Iraq or Syria. They're in San Bernardino. They're in Orlando. They're in Istanbul. They're in Paris.
You are reversing the whole way we look at military conflict in the modern world, because you're saying go do it, kill them, win, and the rest of the world for the last 2 or 3 generations has said, okay, but be careful of civilians, be careful of collateral damage.
Of course.
You're reversing that.
Well, no, what I'm saying is the greatest immorality isn't collateral damage. The greatest immorality is for civilization to lose to barbarians. And that is what is happening. Our civilization is worth defending. And it's not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization. We must win.
I must leave time for your book.
Please.
It's the new book. It's called The Damned of Petersburg. I have read it. I've read the previous books. It's about America's Civil War. I don't think there's any book that I've ever read that takes me to the battlefield and describes accurately the horror of day-to-day combat. This is a brilliant book.
Well, thank you very much. We'll put that in the blurbs.
Please do.
But this is serious to me. While it's technically a novel, it's very accurate history because, as you know, we've taken history out of the schools, even the universities. I want Americans to know what it costs to build this country. And by the way, Stuart, for a business audience, this book, The Damned of Petersburg, I've never signed up for examples of 10 steps to perfect leadership. I want human examples. And the Civil War, in this book particularly, has examples of people, CEOs who are sick and exhausted, generals who hang on too long, don't know when to quit, technology, innovators versus traditionalists, and all personal rivalries.
The Damned of Petersburg. Now, one day when there's not so much news, we'll bring you back for more in-depth discussion of The Damned of Petersburg. It's a great book.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, you will. And that's a good deal. Ralph Peters, thank you very much indeed, sir.